the water's up there, I don't think they'll probably be doing it at that time. It'll dictate.
We have 3 events the first 3 weekends of June, and then the joke is that we roll the sidewalks up for maintenance till school opens. And so, you know, traffic will be brutal the 2nd and 3rd weekends of June every year. So I'm a little concerned about the timing of stuff. So, especially Sheridan days.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
We'll get you that schedule.
You know, and we should evaluate the schedule and see how late we can start and still get our critical work done.
Well, it's only the lane traffic that you'd be worried about, not underneath. And, yeah.
Right.
But
well,
there's so many.
It'll be a big point of interest.
There'll be so many partiers. There's so many partiers. They may be on your deck partying. It wouldn't be the first time they did things like that.
It's a good place for transients.
But no, that's. I'll get you that information.
I saw we've got this broken down into 2 phases. Will phase 2 come directly after phase 1? Is it simultaneous? I mean, right afterwards? Is there?
It depends on funding. Our plan is to attack the design of both phase 1 and 2 now, get that staged and ready. And so when the funding for stage 2 comes available, there's a bid package ready to go out to complete the project.
When we first did secure the funding, that was the intent, was that we would start with phase 1 and then it would be undivided, with phase 2 would fall right into it. There is a certain, there's a certain amount of unknown here, and that's the scoping will tell us a lot more about the cost. The general scoping that we did on the submittal of this project was not very precise, if you will. So when we see what the scoping is and we can determine the cost and see how much money is going to be needed in phase 2, then we'll have a better idea how that will connect into phase 1.
Is this work all phase 1?
Some of it may be phase 2. We still need to figure that out. We need to figure out where the logical break is. And the logical break is likely to occur with anything that has a significant permitting requirement is probably going to need to shift to phase 2. Provided we don't generate any rework by having to tear something down and get back in there and do phase 2.
So that's just like under the bridge, meaning a river?
Yeah, we need to work that out, but that's a logical candidate is to move the riprap into phase 2.
Back to your concern on the Masonic building and hydraulic loading. We're taking the existing bridge and going through a seismic retrofit so it doesn't fall down during an earthquake, but then the structure next to it upstream is not going to go through the same seismic retrofit, and therefore the hydraulic loading, if it goes down, is something else we need to consider if we're going to evaluate the situation.
Any other questions? All right. I think we're in good shape. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. And like I
Very
said,
informative.
we'll be returning at milestones, so we'll